Yeah, looks like they back for a fifth season, man.
Who that?
Sports Roundtable.
Who?
SRT crew.
Whoa.
SRT, they got that realness flowing in they DNA. Damn you lame if you ain't tuned to SRT today. HO got that payload when he say so, what you betting on? Don't get mad at me on fantasy, break up Kyrie LeBron. I be smooth as sports superhero Hancock in the mix. Deal with roll tide forever, real talk, you know who he gon' pick. See where I be with SRT, behind the glass, that G-Money. Made with a strong, I never lose, 6-man elite, that's J Smooth.
All you other sports radio shows is fake news. Believe that. Turn up your radios, cause it's time for SRT Radio. Yeah.
What up? It's Sports Roundtable, and we're live in our virtual studios overlooking the digital world. Once again, I'm your humble host, H.O. from Bankhead, and I got my usual suspects with me. You can catch them on Saturday from 10. It's 10:30 now, right, Coach?
Yes, sir.
From 10:30 to 10:30 until the first game kicks off. My main man, Coach, is in the building. Yes, sir. He got a lot to say today because well, we'll get to it. Yes, sir. We'll get to it. And down at the bottom, we got my main man. Learned something today that the actually hockey game was invented by some brothers in Canada.
Oh yeah. So hey. So remember that line? Remember that line in Ocean 12 with Bernie Mac, and he was talking about brothers in Nova Scotia that invented hockey. That whole scene. Oh, that was the actual truth.
Yeah. So I was on a call today, and it was brought up of how many the melanin skin has invented. Like the game of hockey, ranch dressing, buffalo wings. I mean, it just go on. It goes on and on and on.
On and on.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that we don't have ownership in none of it.
Nope.
Making
whiskey, Jack Daniels.
Yeah, we don't have ownership in none of it. So I mean, so it was just interesting. But like I was saying, my main man you can catch him on Monday night from 7 to 9 o'clock. He is the A&DNA, my main man, Asa Brown, with the most famous last name in the world.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? What's going on, H.O.? What's going on, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Coach say yes, sir. Hey, so who has the famous? If Brown is the most famous last name, who first name makes Brown just as famous?
Oh,
what first name makes Brown just as
old school is James. My generation is Bobby, and then this new generation is Chris.
Okay. All right. Okay, there you go. Look at you. All right. Well, good. That's it might be a trivia question one day. Might be put them in the fun bag. Might have to put that one in the fun bag one day. Yeah. Out of the Chris, Bobby, and James, who would you cut? Who would you keep? And who would you keep?
Oh, that would be a good one. Yeah.
I know you have to cut. You got it. I know you have to cut. You had to probably cut James. You couldn't understand what James said. James be trying to talk like that. What did he say?
James was the first mumble rap, huh?
Oh, Visa say. I'm telling you, James, you ain't getting what he's saying, but folk, they understood. And when he started dancing, I'm gonna get up and do my thing.
All right, so I had this in the show notes last week. We didn't get to it, so we're gonna make sure we get to it this week. In our after our roundtable discussion, we got to talk about the your top 5 most underappreciated athletes of all time.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
Yeah, so
Ooh.
make sure you underappreciated. The top 5 most underappreciated athletes of all time. That's in every sport or any sport. It can be bowling, shooting pool, whatever, but we got to put that list down there as well. So
Okay.
because there are some people that are unappreciated for sure.
Oh yeah. 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 Mm-hmm.
Yes, come on in. Welcome everybody to Sports Round Table. We are here. We here from 7 to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes we go over. We're not like Coach on Saturday, but we will go over every once in a while because we have a lot of fun at the end of the hour, the second hour, might as well say. And the fun bag will not go away, not just yet, because we got to keep entertaining because had a couple of people say to me, we got to have that fun bag in there. You got to throw it up in there. So I do have my fun bag question tonight. But we got some hot news we got coming up, man. And something's going on in Colorado that we wasn't anticipating. And we got to talk about it. Something is going on in the Boulder, Colorado area. Mainly the guy who takes the snap from center. Something is going on out there in Colorado that we did not anticipate. So we're going to have to talk about it. We got to talk about a third stringer that we never heard of is now going to be the starter this week. Just to give y'all a little, just to give a little credence to it. But either way it goes, it's going to be something that is much to watch or something to pay attention to. But while we're into that, we're going to go over at least the top 10 rank based on ESPN. The AP poll starts off with Ohio State, Penn State 2, LSU 3, Oregon 4, Miami 5, Georgia 6, Texas 7, Notre Dame 8, Illinois 9, Florida State 10. Anybody got a problem with the top 10?
What has Illinois done? I'm trying to figure it out. What has Illinois done? I mean, who you beat? Who you beat?
I think they 2-0 and they just started earlier than anybody else.
I mean, I can have the same question for Georgia. I mentioned it last week. I just don't feel like Georgia's. I mean, if we're going to put so much credence in your top 20, your schedule in the first couple of weeks, I just don't understand why Georgia's sitting where they're sitting, where so many other people below them, have played tougher schedules so far. But I'm with you too, Coach. Illinois, Georgia, that would be my question. But all in all, I don't have any. I think stuff will play out. I'm not all that sold on.
After this week, Georgia goes to Tennessee. Clemson plays Georgia Tech. South Florida plays Miami. LSU, Florida. Texas A&M plays Notre Dame. So we got a heck of a weekend. Alabama plays Wisconsin. Ole Miss and Arkansas. South Carolina and Vanderbilt. So we got a super great weekend coming up in the college ranks. So I think a lot of these things will shake out. Georgia first test, they first 2 tests, didn't go so well. I don't think they covered the spread in either game.
Nope. Well, no. I think they covered this. They might have came close to covering the spread in the first game.
Yeah, close, but I don't think they.
Yeah,
covered
not. Yeah.
No, they didn't do it against Austin Peay for sure.
No.
Yeah, man. Austin Peay. The governors, come on, man. The governors, come on.
I mean, listen, as much as I just asked about why they should, maybe should be a little lower, I will give them credit. We had some interesting across the sports world last week with games being delayed due to weather and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like maybe some of that might have a little bit something to do with as far as, teams, having to shut it down, then reamp it back up. you know, everybody plays a little bit differently after that. So,
nope.
Does South Florida have a chance against Miami?
Sure they do.
Since they beat Florida.
One word. Going one word, 4 letters. BECK. Carson Beck.
I'm with you on that again, Coach. I'm not. I think I said last week I wasn't all that impressed with Carson Beck. Again, I understand the game is played differently, but I just didn't. You know, I didn't walk away from watching that Notre Dame Miami game and was like, "Oh man, Carson Beck is a world beater." I didn't walk away saying that. So it'll be interesting if South Florida can keep it close. I do think Miami's defense is probably a little bit underrated, so that's why I don't think they got a chance, but I don't think they have a high. You know, I give them 20% chance, I guess.
LSU, Florida.
Oh my gosh!
This is go put Billy Napier on the hot seat if he can't.
He on the hot seat now. He might be out the door after this game.
I think you might be right on that. He's on the hot seat now after losing to a South Florida team for sure. Yeah, it ain't looking good for old Billy.
And then the rest of his schedule, you see the rest of his schedule, like the next 6 weeks.
In pain. He in pain. He in pain.
So next week we'll be talking about who's gonna be the next Florida Gator coach.
Yes, sir.
I think so. Yeah,
I think so too. Cause it's gonna be.
If they not out there, if they're not out there right now in the background looking and doing a little bit of searching, if they're not doing it now, then they doing themselves they're not doing themselves any favors.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, well, enough of the talking. Let's go ahead and get to it. Now it's time to jump into the hot news. And the hot news is sponsored by Big Easy Grill. 1193 Collier Road, Atlanta, Georgia. Big Easy Grill is the best Louisiana seafood spot in town. I will be glad when they start doing seafood balls at the Big Easy Grill. Maybe I should just suggest that. Seafood balls at the Big Easy Grill. So 1193 Collier Road. Make sure you go over there and mention this SRT Sports Roundtable, and you can get your 10% discount on any meals, $25 or more. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. In our college football recap from last week. Coaches, on you. What you got? What you like, what you didn't like, and what stood out?
Well, once again, the team finally going to get some recognition. They ain't made top 25 yet, but my boys at USC, the Trojan, blasted another team, put 50, 60 points on them. So this week they got Purdue, which is the first test in the Big Ten, which ain't going to be no test because they're going to hurt Purdue too. They're going to beat them like a drum. But it's some people finally got to make some statements. South Florida, like you said, Georgia, Tennessee, Miami, Notre Dame. If they lose to Texas A&M, they 0-2 in that playoff, looking mighty shaky for them if they lose that game 0-2 this early in the year. You know, I still think they're gonna make a Texas A&M slightly overrated. What's name? Oklahoma got what people are saying out of bit is the best quarterback in the country in Mateer. He balling, and they 2-0 so far. Everybody talk about Oklahoma, how bad they were in the SEC last year, and they won, and they 2-0 so far. I think
they jumped up to
18.
18. I got him at 14 in ESPN.
I'm talking about South Florida. Oh, Oklahoma, my bad. I was talking about South Florida. My bad. Oklahoma, correct.
Okay, so we're going to need you to pay attention now. You know, we're not looking for any distractions. You understand? Because I can go. I've just found out, HO, who invented the shank. I know who invented that.
Do you have ownership though?
Doing the research. But
Is it copyrighted?
Yeah, that's it. Those games, isn't people. It's early, but you got to show and prove that you got to scare it. Because like Asa said, Florida, I ain't there. I'm gonna use my correct English. I have never. I ain't gonna say I ain't never. I have never seen a schedule like they got coming up in the next few weeks. They look like it look like Michael the Clark Duncan in the Green Mile. It'll be a long walk for them. So you gotta start. If you can beat LSU, that's another step towards saving your job.
Yeah, I think he has to beat LSU to save his job, to be honest. I don't think he has a choice. All right, Asa, what you got? The good, the bad, the indifferent, what stood out?
It was all indifferent to me except for everybody from one week to the other. We talked about maybe the overhyping of Arch Manning, and then how it went from he played horrible in week 1 to back to the best thing, a sliced bread in week 2. And now they're trying to downplay whether or not he is injured, and his coach is trying to say, he's not injured or whatever. So you got that whole fiasco going on around him. But quietly, I'm impressed with the following 3 teams, and I want to see what they do this coming weekend. I'm impressed with the Auburn Tigers down there in the Plains. Quite impressed with their wide receiver core and how aggressive they seem to be in the first 2 weeks. Impressed with South Carolina and Beamer Ball, the reincarnation of Beamer Ball down there with the sun. And so, and my Heisman dark horse in Lenoris Sellers. And then I'm interested to see what Georgia Tech do. Like I said, I think everybody who I kind of had eyes on as dark horse seem to be coming around. They all 2-0. They seem to be pretty good. And now, like Coach said, everybody has a pretty good test coming up this week. I think Georgia Tech plays Clemson, right?
Yep.
So let's see. I mean, Clemson hasn't showed me too much these last couple of weeks. They actually were struggling with Troy for more than a half. I say a half and actually 3 quarters. They were struggling with Troy. So
can we take Cade out of the Heisman running for right now? Because he hadn't showed anything.
Klabowski or whatever his name, yeah, we could take him out. Klubnik, yeah, we could take him out. We could take Arch out. We could take him out. So right now, it's the Heisman should be wide open.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, and the other thing there's one thing that impressed me, and I don't know if we call it impress or whatever. Maybe we could put this in the boy stop or whatnot. But my man at Oklahoma State, the coach, you can't talk all that noise about other programs getting money, especially the team you're about to play, and then they beat you 69-3.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
So,
All right, so now let's go ahead and let me give you my I like what Coach said about Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma will surprise some people this year. I think it took Brent Venable to go through the SEC wars just 1 year, and I think he'll have it together. I'm impressed. Now I think this Georgia Tech Clemson game is gonna be a statement game for Georgia Tech. If they can pull off the Clemson game, I think it's time to start looking at the flat as a real contender in the ACC. I'm worried about Florida. They are they are trending down with. Uh, it sounds like now at this particular point, um, over the last couple of years, is if you want to kill your quarterback, just go to Florida. It's like a deathbed for quarterbacks at this point because Lagway should be his talent says that he should be at least a Heisman contender somewhere down the line. But just like many schools, they get all this talent and don't know how to use it, and don't know what to do with it. So yeah, Billy Napier might be in over his head at this particular point. Also, Florida State is continuing. We'll see how consistent they are as they have surprised the folks by how much can they beat in this Alabama team without Nick Saban? How far can that carry you? You know, how far can that momentum carry you into the season? Because at this point, I mean, we can see that maybe Alabama has the talent, but not the coaching. And it's not the same Alabama team that we're used to seeing. So I'm not sure if you should even get credit for beating that team. But we'll see. Also, got to keep your eyes on Penn State. Penn State done moved up to number 2. They hadn't really played anybody to warrant a number 2 ranking. But as always, when they run up against somebody that is just as good and just as talented, we'll see what they do. So we'll see what Penn State is looking like. Cuz just entered the building. So what's up, Cuz? And I think that's all I got for this. Let me see what else we got next on the agenda. All right, yeah, here we go. Quarterback Colorado. We all thought that Juju Lewis would be the start. We just had it was far and away a conclusion that Juju Lewis would be the quarterback at Colorado once Shedeur Sanders left and went to the pros. As they had even a commercial going with Shedeur giving him the keys and all that. The man haven't even taken a snap yet. They got a third string quarterback saying that he will be the starter this coming week up against Houston. And what's the kid? Keaton. What's the kid coach who started the first game? From Liberty.
God dog, it's right on to my tongue too. Javier.
Keaton or somebody. But either way, third string quarterback is starting this coming up week. He come off the bench and he played in the last game and wow. Just shocked me. I think the third string quarterback name is Sharp.
Yeah.
And the guy who started the season out of Liberty, I think his name is Caton I can't even remember now. I think Asa keep having problems too.
Asa better stop having problems. What's his head? Oh, Caden Salter. That's his name. That's the starting. That was a starting quarterback.
Salter. Yeah. Caden Salter, yeah, from Liberty. So Caden Salters has lost his job to a third string quarterback that we've never heard of. Now, I think Coach, you was one of the ones to say that you would have gone with a more veteran quarterback, which is Caden Salters is, and now he's on the bench. So, what is your take on what's going on in Colorado? Is Dion grasping for straws, or what are we seeing? Is Dion he don't
Well,
since he does not have his son at quarterback, he just kind of pulling at straws at this point. What are your thoughts?
Dion said he don't want to play musical chairs. The boy Star came in and looked pretty good. So hey, Dion, I guess his thing is I'm going with the hot hand, and he is hot. Juju completed 2 or 4 passes for 8 yards. That's not gonna get you a job. I don't know if it's in limited work, but still, he just a youngster, so he got time. And Staub came in and did the job, won the game, and like I said, Dion gonna ride the hot hand right now, and that's the hot hand. So we'll see.
Hey, so what's your thoughts on what's going on in
I don't
Colorado? Is
I don't think Dion has a full solid grasp on what's going on. I'm not saying he don't have control of the program. I think we forget with him having to deal with his health scare. I don't think he has been there as much as we think as much as we think he might have been. And so I think he's learning what's going on as it goes. You know what I mean? So he's making decisions as it goes. Him not being there or him being in and out of the program, doing the training part, and as they get the team ready for the season, he spent time away. So I think he's playing catch up at the moment, and so we're seeing some of these decisions in real time. On top of him not having, him not this being his really first time without Shador, but I think it's more of him being away from the program because he was ill that he's now playing catch up, and we're seeing it firsthand.
I can see that. That's a very good take on that. I think that him being away has affected the maturation of Juju and maybe Salters as well, because I don't think he got a chance to bond with either guys to kind of get to gain trust. And I think in the
Mhm.
summertime is where you gain your trust in your quarterback. And that hadn't happened. So Ryan Staub will be the starting quarterback this week against the University of Houston. So he said he don't want to play musical chairs, but
You're gonna have
do
to.
you have a choice?
Yep. You're gonna have to.
So
Unfortunately, I think
Juju,
this.
I said he didn't. I say he hadn't taken a snap. He actually took. So Ryan Staub is the only quarterback on the team that has had touchdowns this year. Oh wow. 7 out of 10, 158, 2 touchdowns, no interception. Caden
Yeah, you can't
Salters,
argue those numbers.
13 out of 16, 102. Mm-hmm.
I mean, fortunately for him, they don't. I mean, they don't really have a hard schedule. Like they won't face a ranked team until mid October. So, like you said, they got Houston coming up. Then they got Wyoming, BYU, TCU. So they don't face a ranked opponent until mid October, and that's Iowa State. So he got time. He got time to. He got some winnable games between now and then. The next 4 weeks, he got winnable games, and you can figure it out. You don't want to play musical chairs, but he can figure it out. And hopefully by mid-season, he's settled in on a on who's going to lead the way the remainder of the season.
But did we see any of this coming though? I mean, did you think Juju or Salters would be the one guy that would at least get 4 or 5 games in before he made a switch?
I mean, I thought the whole hype was around the transfer, right? Wasn't all the hype around the transfer?
Yeah, it was a pretty good hype around it, but Juju definitely was the biggest hype behind the kid at Michigan, the Underwood kid.
Yeah. Like I said, I think him being sick and being away from the program has really put a halter on what they wanted to do. They're not going to come out and say that, but I think that's really what's going on.
Yeah, I see that it's Colorado is 1-1, and who you say they got next? Or we got Houston next, and who after that?
Wyoming.
So the first 4 games they can possibly be 3-1 or 1-3.
Yep. I think they could be 3. I think they could be 3-1.
You think they can get Houston?
Yeah, Houston is not a foot. Now they playing basketball. Houston to get them, but football, I don't think so.
Okay. They got them sneaky athletes coming out of the state of Texas.
Yeah. Don't give me I just.
Yeah, we'll see. But let's pray for Dion and his Colorado staff. Hopefully they can get it together. That they incorporated Marshall Faulkner onto the staff as well. So you would hope that their running back situation would have gotten better. But based on the look at the stats, there's no running back over 100 yards yet out of 2 games.
I mean, Houston is favorite now. Houston is favorite. But
by how many?
I'm just looking at winning percentage. They got Houston at a 65-35%.
Oh, okay. So they got them winning the game. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. So, new quarterback in Colorado could be stopped. Well, we'll see. If he shows out, if he gets them a win, I think Dion will have to ride that high hand.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Then the question to be: did he waste a transfer going to get Salters? Then, if that's the case,
well, not necessarily.
Yeah. Salters the one came out there and looked bad. In 2 games, he's supposed to come out there and dominate it, but he hadn't lived up to the potential.
And they got to go to Houston, so Houston is already 2-0. So
yeah,
I see, and I see the matchup predictor. They got Houston at 57 points, 57.9, in Colorado 42.1. So Houston favored by 4.5. Over under is 45.5. Yeah, they look like an under game to me. Yeah, I take the under on that one. I don't think none of them teams. I don't think neither team would score a whole lot of points. I think they still searching. Might be looking at a 28-10 game. Houston at home. Yeah, maybe 28-10. We'll see. All right, our last item up to bid on the hot news, fellas, is has Josh Allen taken over as the NFL best quarterback at this point at this point of the season? He had a heck of a performance. Yeah, I agree. Did Baltimore defense let them down, or was Josh Allen that good
A little of
in the
both.
comeback?
Look, a little bit of both, man. I don't know what Hawk. This is. You know what though? This is. I mean, I know they got the stat out there about 17 in a row or 17 all time. You know, he's had 17 blow leads with 2 or more possessions or whatever. But I mean, I
Double digit
remember a
lead.
couple double digits. I remember a couple years ago where they had Miami beat just like that, and they wind up losing the game. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to put your finger on it, but you can't be up 40 to 25 with less than 10
11
minutes
minutes
to
left.
go in a game, and then you know, I mean, it's okay to beat a team by 35. You know what I mean? Like it is okay. It's okay to beat them 45, 25, 50, 25. It's okay.
All right, let's get back to Josh Allen though. Josh
But
Allen had come back, and you know, a lot of people have said that he runs too much. He cares too much of the offense, but he hadn't beat Patrick Mahomes yet. So could this be the year that Buffalo finally get a ring and he finally beats Mahomes?
as of oh, you already know I'm already on record saying that Kansas City ain't making it to the AFC Championship, and I know everybody in the chat was like ready to take my football card, but you know, I ain't bragged about that yet after what happened down there in Brazil, but I will. I will brag. I can't brag about it because I turned around and then made fun of coach, and then Pittsburgh showed up last week, so it kind of leveled me out. You know what I mean?
There you
But
go.
I'm gonna say the top 2 quarterbacks in the league right now. I'll go with him, with Josh Allen, and I'll go with Jalen Hurts.
Okay. So so you putting Josh Allen past Patrick Mahomes, even though he hadn't beat him yet.
We talking about as of right now, right? Talking about as of week.
As of right now, yes, sir.
As of right now, this season, yes, Josh Allen is above Patrick Mahomes.
All right, what up, Dez? What's happening?
Yes.
Yeah, talking about Josh Allen right now. Do you think Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL right now after 2 weeks? Excuse me, after 1 week. Where I get 2 weeks from? I must be talking about college.
No.
Yeah,
games been spread out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Kansas City got a tough game this week against the Eagles. So.
They in trouble. But now they doing the premature thing. I heard somebody say today, talking about if Kansas City lose, they may not make the playoffs. I'm like, last time I checked, they played 17 games, not 2. How you gonna miss the playoffs losing 2 games? I'm like, come on now, you really jumping the gun now. That ain't gonna happen.
I had them as a wild card anyway, so yeah, 11-6 would be right on time when they start off 0-2. But they'll make the playoffs.
Yep.
So yeah, Josh Allen 1, Hurts 2. I'll go Herbert 3. 4, I'll go Love.
All right, Coach. So you got your little list like that. You what you think about Josh Allen? Where you putting him at right now?
2.
Behind.
Mahomes, Josh Allen, Hurts, and Lamar Jackson. I can't take Lamar down because it wasn't his fault they lost.
Yeah.
And you know,
Agreed.
because Derrick Henry fumbled, which you'll see that once every 6 days or 6 years or something like that. Derrick Henry fumbling the ball because those Buffalo Bills secondary out there making business decisions on where they're gonna hit him or not. They're running bad angles when he was coming out. Talking about I had him, but I took a bad angle. Yeah, we know why you took a bad angle. You ain't messing with that man 1-on-1. You don't want none of that smoke.
Yeah.
So, but somehow
Derrick Henry had 14,000 yards in high school in 4 years.
That last year, I just can't believe that year. That's ridiculous. I'm like, nobody was gonna tackle him his last year in high school. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was. We had 44 touchdowns, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, y'all just don't want to touch him. You think he got a disease or something, or he just don't want to get run over in front of everybody? I guess I don't know.
They said Derrick Henry was so good. Derrick Henry was so good in high school. He could have had 2,000 yards playing two-hand touch.
That's right.
But that's something else there. All right, so let's jump into this topic about I guess we can get a little messy now. Jalen Carter getting the not 1 game suspension, but he got kicked out the game for spitting on Dak Prescott and got fined $57,000, and Dak got fined $20,000, right?
Dak didn't get fined nothing.
Oh, okay. All right, well, fellas, your thoughts on what happened and Dak getting people defending Jalen Carter by saying, well, Dak spit hit towards his way first, and that and his reaction was warranted, which I don't understand how that is. But either way, y'all go ahead and give me your thoughts on what happened and how did y'all see it.
Go ahead, Ace.
No, you go ahead, Coach.
How in the world did Dak spit his way? Dak spit on the ground, and he wasn't even near Jalen Carter. Then Carter walked toward him. See, that's where the problem started. Carter went toward his huddle. He had no business going that way. He's like, well, what are you doing? And then, excuse me, but hearing the blatantly spit like that and right there on top of his shirt like that, come on, man, that's Bush League. That's straight Bush League. And, Dak had that look in his eye, but Dak made a business decision to Dak say, I got a game to play. I ain't finna do anything to get kicked out. And Carter got kicked out because he wasn't thinking, because it was stupid. And that's all that was. I mean, that was just blatantly stupid what you did. You gonna spit on another man? The worst thing you do to a grown man is spit on him or slap him. And he picked spit. So I'm like, come on, man. You're not about to spit on me.
Yeah,
Dak knew what was going on. Dak said, I ain't finna get in nothing. Because if I get kicked out, we already struggling to win. We really won't have a chance to win if I get kicked out. So Dak said no. And Carter walking off, mumbling to himself, looking like a clown. But here again, unfortunately, Carter, your history of being at Georgia came back up because you was involved in a lot of shady stuff back in the day. So,
Yeah. All right, Ace, so what you got?
Coach mentioned it, man. There's Coach mentioned it. There's a couple of there's a few things on everybody's checklist you just don't you don't do or you won't ever have done to you. I got my one word that if you call me that, you're gonna have to prove it to me.
Yeah.
If you spit on me, you go. I'm not saying I'm the baddest person in the world or anything like that. I might get into the fight and got a real good chance of losing. All I'm saying is it's going to be a fight. Period.
Yeah.
So I got my one word that if you use it against me, you're gonna have to prove it. I think every person, if you spit on somebody, that's one of the most the meanest things you could do to an individual. You're gonna have to prove it. And if not today, tomorrow, like I'm never gonna forget it. So like if I don't get you today, I'm gonna get you before I go see the Heavenly Father. I'm gonna get you, and I have to explain my actions when I get up there. But it's gonna go down. And so, and in sports, and I'm not blaming the other guys for the Cowboys because of how it went down, but typically your quarterback is always protected.
Yep.
And so I'm not saying they kind of seen what was going on, how it went down or whatever, but somebody should have put hands on him before the flag came out. Like he should have got put out, but somebody should have got a 15-yarder. I just, he's right there in front of the whole huddle. So I don't know if maybe they were just shocked that he did it, before it kind of registered what he did, or like Coach said, or you got the ability to kind of hold your emotions and not get caught up in what did happen because you were able, that the rest were able to see what happened and able to make a decision without anybody else having to take any actions. And I also feel that he should be suspended for this game. I don't care that he didn't play a minute in the game. He was in the game. So I think he should lose 2 checks.
Okay.
I think he should be
That's
suspended for this game as well. Whether he played a minute in the game or he played 35 minutes of the game, he got kicked out of that one, and he shouldn't play the next one coming up.
What does this say about Dallas and Philly? That Philly still won the game, even though their best defensive player got put out of the game. And what does it say about Dallas, who played against Philly without Jalen Carter and still couldn't win?
Oh, I mean, it says the whole. I mean, listen, the one thing that it showed the deficiency in the Cowboys, and it showed. I mean, the Eagles still struggle with the run as well. I mean, Dallas moved the ball and wasn't able. Philadelphia didn't have a true pass rush. Dak was able to get the ball out in time. You just had CeeDee Lamb dropping it everywhere. But I feel like them losing their them losing one of their main guys on the D line, they were still able to, obviously hold. Where Dallas they don't have that emotional star on the defensive side that they had with Micah. You know what I mean? They're a decent defense, but they don't have that dude. And the dude that they did have, they traded him away.
Yeah. So the next time they play him, Philadelphia should be heavily favored if because Carter would be able to suit up and restrain some of his actions.
Yeah, he'll be able to suit up, but I also feel like Philadelphia will probably be in a better offensive rhythm as well. A lot outside of the Jets and Pittsburgh game and the Baltimore Buffalo game. Outside of those 2 games, the offense is seemed to be a little sluggish. Nobody seemed to be really humming offensive wise in the NFL in week 1. Like I said, outside those 2 games, those 4 teams, Buffalo and Baltimore seemed to be in offense seemed to be in mid-season form, and Pittsburgh and the Jets, who knew the Jets would be in mid-season form or seem to be in mid-season form.
Very surprising for sure. All right, since we on that topic, let's go ahead and jump into some one of Coach's favorite topics, the Aaron Rodgers talk. Which quarterback surprised you the most out of this first week? Was it Aaron Rodgers? Was it Daniel Jones? Was it Tua, his poor start, or was it Justin Fields? Which quarterback could you pick that changed teams? That was like, okay, that was impressive.
Shoot, what Daniel Jones did, I'm like, what? And I just felt every time you throwing, I felt sorry for Anthony Richardson. I just shaking my head like, dog, you may be in trouble. Because Daniel Jones out here throwing all over the place and completing passes, and you on the sideline looking and talking and probably like, Lord, I done got hurt again, so I ain't gonna get my job back. No, right now you're not. So yeah, Daniel Jones had a great game.
All right, so let's do it this way. Who had the poorest game, Russell or Tua?
Gotta be Tua, man.
I'm not so sure.
Listen.
Ooh, Russell look bad. He maybe got too many kids now. Maybe he need to hang it up.
Nah, I think. Listen, I mean,
maybe he need to just drop the kids off at school and pick them up because his mobility is non-existing at this point.
I was to say, I think most of what you saw with that Giants game, some of that was Russell, but I think some of that too is the play calling. I think it's a combination. I don't think it's all on Russ. Tua, I think Tua might be colorblind. Because a couple of them interceptions was like, man, what are you looking at?
Yeah. Coach, who you going with for the worst? Tua, Russ?
Tua got Mike McDaniel on the hot seat. After that terrible performance, it's like, okay. And now Mike McDaniel, they don't even listen to him anymore, I don't think, in the locker room. It's like, ooh.
Nah, they better off. They can fire him right now, and they'll be okay.
Yep.
Oh, Tua done got the coach on the hot seat just that quick, huh?
Yep.
All right, Asa, tell me about you like that. You like Daniels, you like Rodgers, you like Fields. Who had the most impressive debut?
You said Daniels, Rodgers, or who?
Justin Fields.
Can I go? Well, I gotta eat my words with Rodgers, because remember last week I was up here raising my hand about about whether Rodgers was how he was going to look. So I gotta raise my hand on that one. So I'm gonna go with that game, Rodgers and Fields. I'm gonna go Rodgers 1A and Fields. Rodgers 1 and Fields 1A. Because Fields didn't just do it with his feet; he did it in the air as well. And if it wasn't for a great defensive play by who's y'all corner y'all got over there, coach? Y'all just brought in. Who y'all just brought in?
Peppers.
No, the corner.
Oh, Ramsey.
Defensive Ramsey. If it wasn't for a great play by Ramsey, I think Fields would have drove the Jets into field goal range, and who knows? They might win that game with a walk off. So I'm gonna go with Rodgers just because I said I put my foot in my mouth on that when he proved me wrong, but and then Fields is 2. I'm not gonna give so much credit to Daniels yet because I just think that's how bad Miami is.
All right, let's talk about Cleveland and Cincinnati. How bad did Joe? I forgot to throw Joe Burrow in there. How bad did he look with his 2 top receivers not getting the combined three catches?
He spent most of the game picking himself up off the ground.
Yeah, they couldn't block Myles Garrett.
He caused me a fantasy game too. When I'm thinking he's gonna come out there and go to work, and I had Aaron Rodgers and Justin Herbert, and both of them outdone it. I said, "God dog, man, Joe."
Yeah, I had Herbert in my fantasy league. Gave me 3 touchdowns and 330 yards. So gave him 24 points. So I was happy. Yeah, I think Cleveland let one get away. Let's go come back right now. Because out of all the teams in the NFL, I think Cincinnati looked like they looked the worst for week 1. Yeah, I think
I got an honorable mention too. I got an honorable mention as far as who impressed me. I got it, because I didn't think much of them. I gotta give a little credit to that to old boy in Minnesota, McCarthy.
Yeah.
I gotta give him a little. I gotta give him a little credit. Gotta give him credit. Credit is due. After that pick 6, he picked himself off the ground and
did a little something.
Came with it.
Yeah. Which leads me to Ben Johnson with how did y'all rank his coaching debut?
See, because Caleb started out 10 for 10, and next thing you know, somebody let the air out of the balloon or whatever.
Just didn't work out so well, huh?
Yeah. I'm not saying old boy is overrated, the coach Ben Johnson, but he might be a little bit overrated. He might be giving him a little bit more. Might be giving him too much credit before he actually earns it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some would say Kevin O'Connell just put himself in the top 3 of possible best coaches in the league with their comeback win.
Listen, if he for what he did last year with Sam Darnold, and I dare anybody to tell me if they seen McCarthy throw more than 25 times in college. I dare him. I triple dare him without watching the game. Like I want them those last 2 years at Michigan. I want somebody to tell me he threw the ball more than 25 times. For them to go ahead and say, "Hey, Sam Darnold, thank you for your services. Going to Seattle. We're gonna run with this young boy," and for them to come out and do what they did, at least in game 1. I mean, Kev might be working on coach of the year if they wind up I don't think they can. I don't think they're gonna win the NFC North. I think that's still Green Bay's to lose. But if he makes gets a playoff spot with McCarthy,
How much better did Green Bay look now that they had Parsons in the fold and having Love do what he do on the offensive side?
I'm gonna let Coach go first, but I'm gonna say something. Woo.
Ask Jared Goff. All you have to do is ask him, and then you get your chance because Jared Goff was running for his life, and what's his name? Parsons caught him and drug him down and beat him up and told him, "Look, you ain't getting away." And he was a threat all night, and he didn't play every snap. He played some, but he didn't play every snap. And so, yeah, man, they got the defense. Offensive wise, I don't know. Well, I know that. I mean, the Love Doctor is going to be good, but we'll see.
Detroit might as well just go ahead and get ready for the wild card because Green Bay look like they coming.
So remember you asked the question earlier about Dallas and Philadelphia, and I was like, Dallas looked like they was just missing a spark, missing something. That spark is in Green Bay. To Coach's point, he only played like 25 snaps, 25, 27 snaps out of the 65 or whatever. He didn't even get the half. But you could just tell that the energy was there with the defense. Not, like when he made that last sack, you could just tell the energy on the whole. Like he just him being on the sidelines, him being in the game. They just got that. They got that energy. Like, yeah, when he's on the field, we have an advantage already. But when he's there, we got a distinct advantage. And so, can't coach that when you come into a game knowing that,
Yeah,
we something to reckon with.
Yeah, that was tough, there, boy. I tell you.
And he only gonna get better as he gets into game shape.
All right, so if you had $100 right now to put it on a Super Bowl winning team from week 1, who would you put it on?
Buffalo.
Baltimore.
Okay, you go. You believing in their defense, the way that they look?
Yeah, I mean the defense. I mean,
out of any defenses, out of any one of the offense and defense, the defense should come into week 1 looking like they done played together for a while. And the offense did everything they could do to try to run out and get ahead, and they put up a 40 piece, and the defense couldn't hold them.
yeah, you asked me who I'm gonna put my 100 on, put it on Baltimore. I just think this is
okay.
I'm still gonna put it on Baltimore.
All right. Coach, you said Buffalo?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll put 50 on Buffalo and 50 on Green Bay.
Split it up. Yeah.
Yeah, 50 on Buffalo and 50 on Green Bay.
Yeah, it ain't nothing about it ain't too many things about Green Bay you can find wrong, right? So I like the coach on the floor. I like Love. I like the defense. Now they got a all pro, first team all pro now.
Yeah.
So Well, who's that fourth team though for you then? Who's that fourth team? I mean, that's three teams, right? Green Bay, Buffalo, Baltimore. Who's that? Who's that fourth team?
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Either the Eagles or Kansas City.
I'll go with you.
KC.
Yeah, either Eagles or Kansas City for sure.
I think the law average is going to catch up with KC this year too. Like I said, I
What
think.
up, Marlon? Be careful in Memphis, Marlon. What's happening, bro? Yes, sir. All right, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into some baller busters and boy style. This should be good this week because I got some ballers. I got a couple of honorable mentions and everything. My baller this week goes out to the NBA Hall of Fame nominees, the inductees. Let's say it that way. Yeah, I like the fact that Carlos Boozer went in with the Olympic team along with Darren Williams. Dwight Howard got in. A lot of people didn't think that he was gonna get in, but I can appreciate him getting in as well. So yeah, for sure. And a special baller goes out to Maya Moore. Maya Moore, to me, she's the greatest WNBA player that I've seen with my eyes.
And that was funny. We just talked about her last week, right? And all that stuff came out. So
yeah. So that those are my ballers for the week. It's a whole bunch of them, and then top it off with an honorable mention with Maya Moore. Shout out to the Boozer family though, with his twin boys down at Duke this year, getting ready to raise up number 6.
Oh Lord.
Slow your roll, coach. Slow your roll. All right, either one of y'all can go. Give me your baller.
go ahead, coach.
I'm gonna go with I can go with my boy Aaron Rodgers because nobody thought he's gonna come out there and get 4 touchdowns. They figured he was gonna be pedestrian, have maybe a touchdown or 2, but 4 TDs, no interceptions, 0 turnovers from the offense. You know, he threw a couple of balls that could have been picked up, but still, when it go down in the books, 0 interceptions, 0 fumbles, 4 touchdowns. That's enough to win a game. If the defense come together, that's going to be a team, that's a scary team, and the defense can come together.
All right, Ace, what you got?
I got 2, man. My first one, I'm gonna go with Dan Lanning, the head coach for Oregon.
Okay,
Listen, man, you don't let nobody talk trash about you, about your program, talk about where your money come from, pocket watching, all that kind of stuff. You know what? Okay, come on in here. We ain't played nobody all year. That's what you said, right? That what the man said. Man said, he pocket watching, and he gonna say you ain't played nobody with all the money you making. Oh, okay, all right. Come take this 69 with you on back to middle Oklahoma, back to Stillwater. You know what I mean?
He did it pretty bad. Then
I'm a man. I'm 40. I got beat by 40, but I'm a man.
Go ahead and take this take this with you on the way back.
I'm a man.
And then my other baller is Las Vegas, the Aces. They done won 15 in a row, man.
Yeah, for sure.
They went from being 8th in the WNBA standings to number 2.
Mm-hmm.
and she might be, and Asia might go ahead. I know we said she might be taking that MVP award along with that 15.
Look, coach that already grabbed the sack now, so don't get.
Hey, listen.
You know how you feel
15.
about Miss Carter.
I know how you feel about it, but you got 15 consecutive wins, which is, I think, the second or third longest WNBA streak in history.
Whatever.
And in that streak, I think, and in that streak, I think Asia, in that 15 game winning streak, I think Asia done scored like 30 plus 10 times. So
she gets the ball all the time.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. But
you're saying, okay.
I'm not saying she gonna win it. I'm just saying I know she should be in that conversation now. But shout out to the Aces.
Conversation every year though.
Shout out to the Aces though.
All right, he done put it down so you can keep talking.
Yeah. I just said shout out to that. Those are my two ballers for the week. That's all.
Okay.
Dan Lanning and Las Vegas Aces.
So we got our busters for my buster for this week. Raheem Morris not playing in the preseason, not playing none of the starters in the preseason.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, and cutting the wrong kicker too. And cutting the wrong kicker because this is ridiculous. You don't play in the preseason. You don't play the starters in the preseason, and it showed. You get a 3-play touchdown first series, and then the air just go out of the balloon as soon as the second series started. I'm just like, oh boy, here we go. Yeah, so he's gonna be my buster, and he's gonna continue to be my buster if they don't look any better against Minnesota Sunday night. So that's what I got. All right, Coach, what you got?
My buster goes to CD Lamb. Lamb, you had a pretty decent game, but you dropped 4 balls, dog. You dropped 4 balls. You cost me a fantasy game as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Oh, speaking of busters, can I go to Florida?
However many busters you need, Coach. Go. You got it. You got a shank and everything. So how can I stop you?
You just cut me off right then. I'm wondering why I got cut off.
Go ahead. You got it.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm done.
Them all of your busters?
Yes, sir.
Cuz in there said Jalen Carter, critical thinking skills. You right about that for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Aza, what you got for your buster?
I'm gonna stay right down here in Atlanta with you. Young Ho Koo.
Yeah, boy. It's kind of hard.
Listen. Listen. What they normally say, and correct me if I'm wrong. Normally is it you go for the tie at home and the win on the road, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
They were going for the win at home. That tells you all you need to know about their confidence in Koo.
Well,
Koo never should have been in that situation, so I'm not blaming Koo. I mean, I think he should have made the field goal to tie the game, but to be in that situation comes from what I had already said was my bust anyway. So
yeah, but you got listen. You got one job. Penix got the ball down there and gave you a
Yeah.
reasonable. He didn't. It wasn't like you were kicking a 65-yarder. And I'll be honest with you, if it was a 65-yarder, it shouldn't be an issue because you inside.
Bro, he wasn't even close.
Well,
And he had two chances.
how many times I tell y'all? How many times I tell y'all? When it come down to the clutch, some situation don't favor a young hoe. I'm telling you. I don't know. Y'all gonna get it.
And so they called the timeout and he missed it. he had almost missed the extra point. It just ricocheted in. And so but he my buster for the week.
Okay. All right, here we go. Boy stop. My boy stop is the Atlanta Braves getting the hell beat out of them by 16 runs at home.
By Seattle.
How do you lose? I mean, it was a football score. A 3-touchdown field versus a field goal. Come on, man.
Hey,
yeah, I'm not with that. That's a boy stop for sure. The Atlanta Braves got my boy stop for the week for getting beat by 16 runs. They should have just called it after 10 runs, just say the ball game. I'm going to suggest that the Braves, that Fox Sports or whoever they are, whoever them folks are, whoever telecasts the Braves game, cancel the rest of the season and put the Atlanta Dream on TV.
Well, fortunately, nobody got to see it because everybody was watching game number 1 with the Falcons in Tampa Bay, so they didn't get to see American League MVP Kyle Riley. What he hit his 49th home run.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they call him the big dump. He took a big dump on the Braves.
That's for sure. Yeah, so that's my boy stop, man. The Braves need to be out. They need to cancel the rest of the season on TV because don't nobody need to even see that. Nobody need to see the rest of the season. And then you got Sean Murphy out for the remainder of the season, and it just get worse and worse. So the Braves, you are my boy stop for the week, and I don't even know what else to say other than take them off TV. So we won't endure this. This might be worse than the 82 season.
Oh,
or the 80 season. When people were showing up at Fulton County Stadium with bags on their face.
Oh, my, not the bag is.
Yeah. All right, Coach, what you got for your boy stop?
My boy stop go to Lamar Jackson. First of all, Lamar, why are you apologizing for that dude that popped you and that pushed your head? Talking about you apologize to him. He should be apologizing to you. And D-Hop for taking the nerve to put his hands on y'all and push y'all's helmets. You should have knocked him into the third row because they're like they always say, you ain't going to do nothing to these cats out in the streets or by yourself, which is what I think you should do. You should have him come backstage, bring him back there, and then when Lamar got off work and was in his street clothes, now push him in the head. Now we're going to see how much guts you got. That's why I like Russell Westbrook said. He said these cats wouldn't do none of this stuff to us behind closed doors, and we one-on-one. They're going to do it when cameras on because they know we can't do anything. See, some fans are going beyond themselves to do stuff. And I'm glad they banned him for life. Told him you can't come back to any more games. Should have told him ban him from every stadium. That's how I feel. But Lamar, you shouldn't have been apologizing. I don't know what you apologizing for. That man pushed you in the head.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ace, what you got? I don't know if you can follow that one. But
No,
let's
I'm
try.
I'm on jump on the bus with. I want to jump on the bus with you with the Braves, but now I'm on. I'm on before. I'm gonna jump now. I'm gonna jump on the bus with Coach. I'm gonna get on the bus with Coach on that one. Um, hey, listen. NBA fans got real quiet after the Mouse in the Palace, right? They got real quiet. Now, some people have kind of forgotten about that. I pray the NFL don't ever have no situation like that, but it almost seems like it needs to happen. You know what I mean? So people will realize, you know, at some point you got to cash it. You got to cash that check that you just wrote. So I'm with Coach. I don't need to be apologizing to nobody when you reached over and put your hands on a player, and then gonna be surprised that you got shoved into the third row. What he should have did was drug him over that wall and see what he would have did.
Yeah. Or did a
That's what.
Lambo leap up in the stands? Now let's see
Nah,
what.
nah, nah. He could have just grabbed him. When he was up there, he could just grab him and pull him over, and let's see what he do. So I'm with Coach. People getting beyond themselves. And it's certain fan bases, right? It's not at every NFL stadium, but I know I seen something the other day with some fans that got into it with one another at the Rams Houston game. So there's certain fan bases, man, that are out of control. Buffalo might be one of them.
Agreed. All right, so that's gonna do it for our baller buses and bus stop. Anybody else got any ballers or buses or bus stop? Go ahead and put them in the chat so we can read them all. But let me change up this banner here so I can get into our round table discussion. All right, here we go. College football preview for the week. Which game are you looking forward to seeing this week? If you had one TV and only get one channel, which team would you watch this week? Would it be Georgia, Tennessee? Would it be Colorado, Houston, Georgia Tech, Clemson, Wisconsin, Alabama, USC, Purdue, South Florida, Miami, Arkansas, Ole Miss, Florida, LSU, Texas A&M, Notre Dame, and Vanderbilt, South Carolina. Those are the notables. So, all right, anybody, y'all can go ahead and go. Which game are you going to be stuck watching?
That Tech Clemson game.
Now with Tech Clemson game, is Haynes King expected to play?
As far as I know, I think
that other boy did pretty good. So I forgot it. I forgot the backup quarterback. He did pretty good. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But if he does play,
I'm still watching USC and Purdue because I
who
need
you
them.
got,
I done seen the rest. I mean, I done seen them play Georgia Southern and Little Sisters of the Worthless Miracle. I need to see them get some real competition now.
Hey, Coach, but I'm surprised you ain't mentioned that catch that USC wide receiver made against Georgia Southern.
Oh, he do that all. Jacoby Lane, Jacoby bad. Yeah. He no punk. He gonna make his play, but I want to see him bludgeon Purdue, and then maybe they'll put him in the top 25. It'll be about overdue. Cause like I said, Lincoln Riley, y'all said DeBoer's on the hot seat. Lincoln Riley really on the hot seat. He don't come up with nothing this year. Like making the playoffs, they're gonna be like, hey man, ain't no big bow clause with you. We can go to California and get one of them movie stars or something. That can't come to the game and buy you out. No problem.
All right, my next question. If you had $100 to bet, which team are you betting on this week?
I'm putting it on Georgia Tech.
Them some tough games.
Yeah, we're seeing not to win. They got to cover the spread now. It's easy to pick a winner, but can they cover the spread?
Let me see what the spread is. I ain't seen what the spread. Hold on, let me see what's going on.
Shoot. Man, I'm gonna go with South Florida over Florida. I think South Florida about to make some noise.
You mean over Miami?
Miami. Like I said, I don't trust BECK, so Becky. So
Let me see who gonna cover the spread.
Let me figure out what that point spread is. Coach.
Well, the Tech is 3.5. I
Miami
still put
favored
my
by
money.
17.5, Coach.
how much?
17.
17.5.
God dog. Man, he
Yeah.
changed my mind.
Yeah.
Shoot. $17.5. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta change my mind on that. Okay.
Yeah, 17.5.
Who I gotta put my money on now? Yeah. I might have to go to Georgia Tech and Clemson because Dabo Swinney, he ain't doing nothing this year. Clubfoot ain't helping to win no games. And then they're on the flats. So yeah, I go and get Tech a shot.
It's 2.5. Well, I'm looking at Ace 2.5. Georgia Tech,
I'm looking at
underdog with 2.5. So you said you taking Georgia Tech?
Yeah, I'm looking at 3.5 plus 3.5, but I still take Tech.
Okay, taking the underdog.
Uh-huh. And then the other one, you know what? Just so we could talk noise about I don't think Alabama gonna cover their game against Wisconsin.
It's 20.5.
They're gonna beat them, but I don't think they're gonna cover it. They're gonna beat them, but they ain't gonna cover.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, that's a good one. 20.5. Ohio State favored by 30 over Ohio.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah, you take that. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Ole Miss favored by 7.5 over Arkansas. LSU favored by 7.5 over Florida.
So I was about to say
6.5 over Texas A&M.
That LSU Florida, they giving Florida a little bit of
7.5, yeah. Yep, 7.5. Florida is an underdog by 7.5. They in LSU though, so that's why.
I stay away from that one though.
Notre Dame at home, but they favored by 6.5 over Texas A&M. Texas A&M 2-0. South Carolina 4.5 favorite over Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt always play hard, man.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't go with that one.
Nah, I stay away from that one too. They'll beat Vanderbilt, but Vanderbilt plays hard. Plus, like I said,
Yeah,
I
they do.
got Georgia Tech winning straight up, but if they lose, it'll be by a field goal or whatever. So I'll run with that.
All right, here we go. NFL. Let's jump to the NFL real quick. Sunday. Oh no, that's week 2. We need to go to week. Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to get 2 for the NFL.
Thursday night, you got Green Bay and
Oh, there we
Washington.
go. Yeah, Washington at Green Bay. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be that's gonna be a good one for sure. Lambeau Field. And then you got New York going to Dallas, Jacksonville at Cincinnati, Chicago going to Detroit. Chicago opened up the season with probably with 2 straight losses.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee is hosting the Rams. New England going to Miami. I forgot to say the Patriots had a pretty bad game too.
They'll make it up tomorrow. They'll make it up Sunday.
Going to the Jets. Buffalo going to the Jets. That could be a blowout. The Jets, the Buffalo favored by 6.5. Coach already said Seattle coming to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is favored by 2.5. Cleveland going to Baltimore. Baltimore is favored by 11.5. Maybe we need to take that Cleveland pick. Bo Nix in Denver travels to Indianapolis, 4:00 game. And how is Denver favored on the road? Yeah, that sum up with that one.
Nah,
Arizona,
everybody know how bad Miami was.
16.5. Yeah. And then the 4:00 game, the Eagles against Kansas City. Eagles favorite on the road. Eagles favorite on the road, 1.5. Then the Falcons going to Minnesota Sunday night game, and the Minnesota favored by 3.5 against the Falcons. So then you got the Monday night game, Tampa Bay at Houston, and the Chargers at Las Vegas. So that's a heck of a weekend for the NFL, fellas. So what do you like from that? From the NFL?
The Eagles and Chiefs, and that's a marquee matchup right there. Yeah,
I actually be interested to watch that Buffalo's Jets game, because to be honest with you, the AFC East should be 0-4. Everybody should have lost this past week. Buffalo came back and won, but everybody should have lost. The Jets lost. Miami got the brakes beat off of them. New England lost, and Buffalo was getting the brakes beat off of them until they kind of made that comeback. So I'll be interested to see what that Buffalo Jets game looked like. Was that just a flash? And I mean, we already talked about. You already asked, Ho, is Josh Allen the best quarterback in the league after week 1?
Mm-hmm.
Let's. And we all said we were surprised or impressed on what Justin Fields did in week 1. So let's see. Let's see who can keep that momentum moving. So that's probably the one game I'm really interested in seeing how it comes out, is that Buffalo Jets game. And then Thursday night game should be a good one too. Commanders look good against the Giants. We all know what Green Bay did against Detroit. So, and it's not like the Commanders, they know what to expect with Micah, because they were seeing him twice a year. down there when he was in the NFC East. So you got two good quarterbacks, Jordan Love, Jaden Daniels. Should be a good one.
Yeah. Be a dang on good game for sure. All right, so I got to ask this before we move on to our question of the day. How your fantasy teams looking this year?
Yes.
I
Whatever.
would have been one. I would have been 1-0 until McCarthy went off in the fourth quarter. Decided to run for a touchdown, throw for a touchdown, get 2-point conversion.
Mm.
If I see Joe Burrow on the street, I'm gonna slap him.
He was your quarterback.
Yeah, 8 points. 8.
8 points. Good God Almighty. Chase, Jamar Chase had what record low 4 points in receiving, right?
Yep.
Well, how many points did Tua have?
Tua probably had
Negative.
Probably had -20. Ain't no telling. With two a time.
I know he was in the single digits or whatever he had. Couldn't have been much.
Yeah, that was pretty low. Who's your quarterback in your league, Coach?
Joe Burrow.
Who you playing this week then?
Jacksonville. If he don't do nothing against Jackson. Huh?
You go play him against Jacksonville? Or you go bench him?
I mean, I don't see nothing Jacksonville got. They ain't playing Travis Hunter on defense. So I don't know. They look decent against Carolina. So I don't know. I'm gonna give him another chance.
All right, so who your quarterback?
My quarterback is Jalen Hurts. I don't know who I'm playing against this week as far as in the fantasy league. I gotta look, but I gotta relook. But Hurts is my quarterback, so I'm pretty confident he's gonna put up some numbers against
You lost with Hurts as your quarterback last week?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I just told you that they're
McCarthy.
The person I played against had McCarthy and had Jefferson.
Got double point.
I got yeah.
All right, here we go. Question of the day. Name your top 5 athletes that are underappreciated. No matter what sport. Top 5 athletes of all time that are underappreciated that you think. You had to have seen them though. Nobody that you just watch YouTube and watch a whole bunch of highlights. Underappreciated. Y'all want me to go first, or y'all you still thinking?
I'm trying to find one more person, but it's not necessarily my top 5, but I tried to pick some people out of particular sports. And I'm just one other person I'm trying to find in track and field that I was thinking of. But you can go ahead and go first.
I can give you mine.
Go ahead, Coach.
Alex English.
That's good.
Well, they never seen one to give any kind of respect to anything. I don't understand. Let's see who I got left.
Hold on, let me get Dez the question again. Name me your top 5 athletes, Dez, that you feel like is underappreciated, regardless of sports. regardless of the sport.
Moses Malone.
Okay, Colt, look at you pulling them out the hat. I like that. Okay, I like that list so
They
far.
kind of overshadowed. They kind of overshadowed him because you got Kareem and Wilt Chamberlain and those guys. They kind of overshadowed Moses.
Okay, I can dig that.
Mark Mark Messier.
Okay,
He's overshadowed by Wayne Gretzky. I'm gonna go to the tennis world. I don't know if you remember Monica Seles.
yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
do.
Yep, she came around that time with every Lord and all them, and they kind of poo-pooed her. And finally, my last one, Elgin Baylor.
Okay,
Those are my five.
all right, good deal. I can go with that.
All right, I'm gonna go Cheryl Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Football, I'm gonna stay home first. I'm gonna go John Abraham.
Not the Predator.
Okay,
You
look
know,
at you. Go ahead now.
and then quarterback, I'm gonna pick Ken Anderson. I think that he came out. He was out that '84 class. So you had Anderson, Marino. Um, there was a couple other guys, but I think Ken Anderson was the other one who he only made one Super Bowl, but was real good and kept Cincinnati relevant for a few years. Um, Baseball, I'm gonna go a shortstop. Remember Omar Vasquez?
Mm.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to see what I could find someone in track and field, but that's my five so far right now. Or yeah, my four. I'm sorry, four right now. I was trying to think of a fifth one.
Okay.
But coach has some good ones on the basketball. When you said Moses Malone
Yeah, he did.
and then Alex English, you had some good ones there.
And he
If I
snuck
was
that
go,
hockey player in there.
yeah. If I was going to do a basketball player, I would go Byron um was it Adams? What was his he played for Golden State.
Baron Davis.
Byron
Yeah.
Davis, yeah, Byron Davis, yeah, I would go with him.
Okay. That's a good one though. I like that. That's a good one. All right, I'm going okay, let's see. Dez threw his out there.
The
Yeah.
microwave, Eddie Johnson's.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Okay, Dez.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let me read Dez out for people who listening. Dale Murphy, Mark Aguirre. Prior to him going to Detroit, Jesse Tuggle, Mark Price, and Vinnie Johnson. Some good ones for
Yeah.
sure. Um, I'm going Joe Dumas.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say, Joe. Yeah, that's a good one right there.
Joe Dumas, Bernard King, football, Doug Williams. Um, My baseball would be Ryan Sandberg, R.I.P.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And William Andrews.
Mm.
William Andrews.
Yep.
Yeah.
In baseball?
William Andrews, running back for the Falcons.
Oh, okay. My bad. I thought you were still in bed. Okay. That's why I was like, who? Okay. I got you.
Gwen Torrance, Billy Ripken, Byron Scott, Grant Fear, Icky Woods. Okay. Underappreciated. Go ahead, cuz. I see.
Nah.
Cuz
Grand
done
Fear.
jumped
Oh
into
my
his point.
goodness. That's a good one right there. Old Grant Fear, old goaltender. And Icky Woods controversial. That's all I got to say. He's controversial.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So there it is. Mm-hmm. So fellas, we gotta I'm gonna have to post this on the website or something because this was pretty good. Underappreciated. And I think in me thinking of this, it forces you to go back and really appreciate the sport of whom we are picking from and who we picking to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I sat there for about 30 minutes to about an hour just trying to think of something right before when I came up with the question, and I was just like, man, I remember him, I remember him, I remember her, I remember them, and somebody else and I'm gonna give you honorable mention. I'm gonna give everybody an honorable mention. My honorable mention is Marion Jones.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ooh. Marion Jones. Okay.
That's why I was trying to think of a track and field star. I just couldn't get one to come to my mind.
Well, I just gave you one then.
You get yeah. You know what I
And
mean?
played basketball.
What about let's see. Who am I thinking of?
Go ahead and give me a honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
Yeah, give me an honorable mention.
Frank Robinson.
Excellent, coach. Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, because most people just remember him as a manager, not as a player.
Well, coach, I got one for you, coach, and I'm gonna talk to you and I'm gonna talk to Cuz about this, and I'm pretty sure Cuz gonna agree with me. You know, when we often talk about athletes, we talked about dual sport athletes. We often talk about Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders, right?
Yep. Yep.
But can we honestly put Dave Winfield in the front of that line with with how he was drafted by the Hawks,
Triple
drafted
play.
by the Vikings,
The
and he had never
San
played
Antonio.
football, but they were drafting him anyway,
Yep.
and drafted by the Padres in the first round.
Yes, sir. Triple
Can
play.
we? Hey, coach, I just want to get your thoughts. Can we go ahead and put him in the front of the line, and can we say that he probably is the most underrated athlete of all time?
Yeah, for all that he did, yes, indeed. Yeah, for all that accomplishment that they don't like to talk about, they
Yeah.
don't like. They don't bring up his
All right.
football and
Yeah.
basketball,
Go
but they
ahead,
bring up
Des.
his
I agree with Phil
baseball.
Necro. I agree with that for sure.
The controversial knuckleballer Phil Negro, who's one
Yeah.
of the
So,
greatest.
but I just
Yeah,
figured I'd throw that out there just to give y'all some food for thought. So the
Yeah,
next time you
Winfield.
talk about dual sport athletes, make sure you put Dave Winfield in the talking.
Yeah, because like you said, we give those other guys awards. But like Dion and Bo, like you said, but
Mm-hmm. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and end this thing with the SRT fun bag, fella. Let's go ahead and have some fun.
yep.
I keep saying I'm gonna take it off, but there's no way I can take it off right now. All right, the
Nope.
first question. As a kid, name or do you remember your first happy moment? The moment as a kid that you was like overjoyed and just happy. Do you remember the first time you had that feeling?
Yep. Back in Little League baseball,
All right, what was your happy moment, Coach?
I threw a no hitter.
Okay.
Of course, that's the only time, but hey, it happened, and it was on the worst team in the league. And the names will kill you. I played for a team called VFW, and the team I threw a no hitter on, the sponsor was Church's Chicken. Yep, way back in the days.
Go ahead, Dez. I hear you, but it wasn't the late '80s. Well, I guess it was late '80s, but the 1990s for sure. 1990. All right, Ace. So what you got? What was your happy moment as a kid?
I guess when we moved into we moved from so y'all know I'm from South Carolina, so that'll help you understand this little story here. Moved from a trailer to a 3 bedroom, two and a half bath upstairs, downstairs house or whatever, and I got my own room to
Mm.
myself.
Oh yeah, that big time now.
Yeah, there you go. That's a happy moment for sure. All right, Carletta's in the chat, and I'm sure she was
Oh,
waiting on us to get finished talking sports. And she said the year that my dad got me everything I wanted for Christmas. All right, now we got to give her some hand claps for that.
oh, you are a good girl. All right. Now Zavada, I see you could and Zavada rode the bike without training wheels. Yeah, I remember those bumps and
Yeah,
bruises.
remember those bumps and bruises, Coach?
Man, I hit the pavement several times on them things. Like, ooh, I ain't want to ride the bike for a while. I said, Mom, that hurt. Mm-mm.
All right, my first happy moment when I was playing at the Boys and Girls Club, and I was playing up as a 8-year-old. I played with the 10-year-olds or the 12-year-olds, and had my first point as a player playing up. Yeah,
You
3-pointer
dunked
too.
on somebody?
No, at 8 years old, I was shooting threes, Coach. All right, here we go. Second question: Could you go without fried food for 30 days? I already asked you about fasting, but can you go without fried food for 30 days?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
That's an easy one right there.
Yeah, that is pretty easy. Yes.
Although I
Yep.
remember
Tracy in
one
the chat.
time,
Yeah.
I say it's easy, and I remember one time I had a dream. I woke up in a land full of donuts, so I ain't gonna say it was easy. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I could do it. Just give me some baked chicken and some hamburger or some salmon.
Look at Colorado. Carletta put
say
God.
yes.
God she go put God in all of the statements. Well, we ain't mad at you, baby.
She said
Come on with it.
yes.
All right, so here go the money question. I think I already know the answer to it.
I don't.
Take the $1 million right now, or invest $1,000 of your own money in AI stock at a 12% compound interest rate, and you can only access it after a year.
I'll wait
And
on
it's
y'all
tax
to answer.
protected. And it's tax protected.
12% and can only access it after a year.
12% compound interest
Uh-huh.
at 12%.
Okay.
Oh, he done got his calculator out.
Whatever you say, so I'm going with. Honorable me. No hitter. Gas.
Oh, you don't woke up the baseball and Cub, mentioned the no hitter, so he had to up you one.
Through the gas on Mays. She look like everybody. Look like they throwing a no hitter in football too. I don't think they scored a point this year.
It's AI stock now, so AI stock is going up and up. Or you go take the $1 million today. Because if you take the AI stock after a year at 12%, after $1,000, I'm gonna tell you how much it's gonna be.
But you missing a number given me. So what's the 12% is the return on investment?
Yeah, it's the return on $1,000, but it's compound interest though.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't but $1,000 now. So the compound interest on $1,000 for 1 year, and it's tax protected. Look at Dez. Dez trying to be slick. Can I take the
If I'm
bill
doing
now?
if I'm doing my math right, I'm taking the mill now.
All right, let me tell you, it's 1.1 million after a year, but it's tax protected, so ain't no taxes on
Mm-hmm. Okay. Like I said, I don't know. When you start adding 12% and all that in there, you lost me right then. I'm like, huh?
Okay.
Give me my $1 million.
Take the $1 million.
Yeah.
All right. We'll
Let
take
us
the $1
say
million.
take the million. I'm gonna take the million.
All right. But $1,000 ain't a lot of money, but that $1,000 make you $1 million in 1 year.
So that's what I don't understand. But you telling me it's 12% on the $1,000, right?
Yeah, but it's compounded every day. It's compound interest, which means
that's what I'm missing. Okay. That's what I'm missing on that part. All right. So
yeah.
So then
I guarantee it's easy to come up with $1,000.
So, then back. So I'm one and then times 365.
Yeah, the only thing I'm saying is I'm interested in taking the million.
You're right. Yeah, give me the 1,000 on 12%. Okay. No. Yeah. All right. I'm good there. That's what I was just trying to figure.
I like my idea. I take the meal and give you.
They said that's all right. I got y'all.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
All right, Coach. I went from the money to the spelling. I'm right up your alley, Coach. Spell algorithm.
Lord. Algorithm. Oh Lord.
Go ahead and sound it out for me, Coach.
AL Gore. Algorithm. You know what rhythm is?
But not with a Y though.
Nope, it's I.
Yeah.
GORITHM. Algorithm.
There you go.
Rit.
Okay, Coach. Look at that. I figured you were gonna make that up. Make it back.
Yeah.
After we done invested your money for you.
Yeah, my algorithm will be making money. It won't be learning how to make money because I got lost on that stuff y'all talking.
All right, so here we go. The next question is this. And we want to pay out some respects and prayers for the next question I'm about to ask. Where were you on 9/11/2001?
I know I was. I was in my truck going to pay a traffic ticket. I left my school. I got permission to leave, and I was heading to Riverdale to pay a traffic ticket. And I got there, and I went in there and paid my ticket. Then I heard them talking about it on the radio. And when I got back to the school, that was on our TV monitors. And it was crazy because parents started coming getting the kids from the school because they didn't know if Atlanta was on the list to be next. While they were talking about bombing big cities, they thought Atlanta was going to be next. So they started coming picking up the kids from school.
Mm-hmm. All right. Asa, where were you on 9/11?
I was on Highway 85 on Interstate 85 heading to I was working a temp job, so I was heading to Norcross, and by the time I got there, it was turn around and go back home because everything was shutting down.
Mm.
And so I got there, and on the radio they were talking about it, but it didn't really register until I got back home to see it on TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was working in the school system at that point. I was at Kimberly Elementary School, Coach.
Oh wow!
Children. Yeah, I was over on Kimberly Elementary School, and we was in the office watching on CNN News. I remember that just like it was yesterday.
You weren't too far from me. Too kind of far, but not too far. I was at Fickett Elementary.
Oh, okay.
Working at the worst job you ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And 4 years ago. Yeah. Now, what Dad say was the most scary sight in the world right there. When he saw the first one, everybody was like, "Dog, we done had a plane crash." My goodness! And everybody thinking that's a plane got diverted and it crashed. And then when that second one came in, that was all out panic. Then everybody was like, "Oh my God, this is real. It's real."
Mm-hmm.
Folks just flaked out
Yeah.
and couldn't believe it.
Yeah, so with that
Yeah.
question, we gotta make sure we give some prayers for those who got lost, for those who lost some loved ones in the epic destruction of the Twin Towers. So
Yeah,
we're
that
only
was one
bringing
of
this
the
up to pay our respects to it. So
worst day in American history. It wasn't the worst one. It was close.
yeah. All right, so we're gonna go from that to go to a great question. Name the last godly thing that you've done for someone. I'm pretty sure Carletta will be first in answering this. Name the last godly thing you've done for someone. Good
I
Samaritan.
prayed. I prayed for my friend and helped out because she found out she had cancer. A buddy of mine who I used to work with, and now she's cancer free. But that wasn't too long. She just
Okay.
had to have something removed, so she got it out, and now she's cancer free.
Okay. Good deal, Coach. Way to go, Coach. We proud of you.
Yeah, I try. You gotta make sure that you're doing something on your resume because we've all got litter because we all are sinners. But you got to try to say, "Hey, Lord, I'm not trying to be a sinner all my life. Even though I fool with Asa, and then I threaten Asa daily with the shank, but still, I try not to do that. That's why I leave the shank right there. Stay there. Don't come up. Don't come.
Hey, so what you got?
A couple of weeks back, I was driving back home and in the neighborhood, and the car was this lady. The car was stalled at the traffic light, and so she was just waving people to go around. And as I went through the interstate, went through the intersection, just noticed who it was. So I went through, pulled over, parked, went back over, and just helped her get out the way. You know what I mean? The way she was gonna cause somebody to run in the back of her because the car wouldn't start. She was stuck, but at the light. So, was like, hey, just put the car in neutral. Let me push you, cut the wheel so you can pull in and kind of, parallel park on the side, but be out of the main way of the traffic. And then, before I left, was like, where you at? You able to get somebody to come here and help you? She said she was good on that. So I was like, cool, no problem. And then just kept it moving.
Okay. Yeah, I helped the patient as I was walking through the tunnel at work at Emory. He was walking trying to find a building that he was not going to get to in probably another hour if he at the pace he was walking. And I took him out to the car and I drove him around to where he needed to be, or he was going to miss his appointment.
All right. Good job. That's a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But of course, the work folks don't recognize certain things, but whenever you're not doing something, they'll find you.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Oh yeah.
When you go over and beyond, nothing to be found, nothing to be said. All right, so this is gonna be the hardest question of the night. Keep one, cut one, bench one. Normally we got 3, but I'm gonna give you 4 options, and all you gotta do is pick 2. You can pick 2. You can keep 2. You can bench 2. You can cut 2. However you want to do it, I'm gonna give you 4 options. And the title of this theme is entertainment.
Oh boy.
The best entertainer. All right. We're going Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Chris Brown, and Beyonce. Yeah.
Michael, Janet, Chris, and Beyonce. And we keeping one, cutting one, and benching one, right?
Benching 2.
But since it's 4, you can keep 2, bench 2, or cut 2.
Okay.
Keeping Michael, benching Janet, Beyonce. I'm sorry, got to go.
Well, you got to cut. You got to cut Beyonce and Chris then.
Yeah, Chris Brown, you got to go to. Sorry for your lost. I'm sorry.
Oh.
All of them. Everybody get the boot.
You say trash. All of them. All right.
All of them get the boot. Yeah, dog.
I'm keeping the Jacksons. I'm keeping Michael, and I'm keeping Janet. I'm benching Beyonce, and I'm cutting Chris.
What?
Yeah.
All right. Cuz said he keeping Mike and Janet, benching Chris, and cutting Beyonce. Okay.
Bouncy. Yeah, Bouncy got to go.
I
know the ladies like him.
Dad say he keeping Michael and Janet, benching Chris, and cutting Beyonce. So they pretty much the same.
Yeah, bouncy.
Okay. Carletta she has the line of the night, right?
Yep, trash all of them. She said, forget.
Wow. Okie dokie. That's some.
She said, everybody.
Yeah, she said all of them for sure. All right, man. With that being said, you already we're running a little late, but you know how we do when we have fun. We can't just cut it off. We gotta continue to have fun as we do. This is the Sports Roundtable SRT. Want to shout out to everybody to continue to listen, continue to support. Shout out to Coach. Shout out to Asa. Shout out to Hancock. He joined us last week. He got on back up in there in that overtime this week. So shout out to him. Shout out to everybody who continue to rock and listen to us. And what else we got? And shout out to the Falcons, man. Hopefully they can get a win. They got all of the talent. They just ain't got no talent influencers, I guess is the best way to put that. Let's see, Dad's got coach I've heard. Oh, you laughing at that. All right. Well, that's all I got, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Let's continue. Let's make sure we honor 9/11 tomorrow by saying a quick prayer and praying for all those who lost loved ones. So let's not let tomorrow's day go by unappreciated. So let's make sure we do our SRT duty and make sure that we be on target. All right, Coach, what you got?
Yeah, and shout out to HO. Shout out to Asa. Shout out to Hancock, D. Will, Smitty, everybody who's associated with SRT. Want to shout out to the people who watch the show. Zavada, Carletta, Dez, that's her name, Bouncy. You know, Bianca is Bouncy. Everybody that's watching the show, Tracy, all y'all. Thank y'all for watching today. And be sure to watch Red and Red Sports Show from the new time, 10:30 until, well, we run out of options. We ain't got nothing else to talk about. So that's that. Shout out to my boys. And shout out to, and I know this might not be a popular thing, but I'm of the mindset, don't have to be popular all the time. Shout out to the family of Charlie Kirk. That what happened shouldn't have happened. Never is murder a good option. Not at all. I don't care what you believe in. It's never an option. I can give a shout out to his family. Living without a daddy and a husband. So, you know.
There you go. Way to go, Coach. I like that. All right, Asa, what you got?
Hey, always, man. Shout out to the SRT family, UHO Coach. Appreciate it. Always have a good time. You can check myself and Don, DNA Sports Talk, every Monday, 7 to 9 p.m. Just go to DNA Sports Talk on all social media and you'll find the link. And, you know, like you said before, man, tomorrow is a day for remembrance. And so a lot of people were affected directly and indirectly for what happened on 9/11 back in 2001. So,
yeah,
2001.
So, you know, crazy world we live in. So I think you said a few weeks ago, it's a blessing just to make it back home when you leave out in the morning. So
Yeah,
that's how you got to look at things.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Yes, sir. With that being said, R.I.P. Moms and Pop, R.I.P. BC. This is HO, Coach, Asa, Hancock, D. Will, and everybody else associated with SRT. Thanks for tuning in, and we're going to holler at y'all next week. We out. Peace.